Okay, today is Friday, 70 degrees out already, which is a welcome surprise because it was so cold here. Last night it was 48 degrees, and the yard's still a mess from the last time you saw it. But what I was going to show everybody is I'm done with the backyard, I should say the side yard, as far as de-rocking and de-branching and all that stuff, and now I'm going to be in chip moving mode to get ready for the garden. So that's somewhat exciting for me. Not sure if it's exciting for others, but I have to do something with these two chip piles. It used to be one big pile. I cut off people that I was giving / selling it to because I wanted to stop this operation and get all this cleared out for the garden. I might have to do some moderate grading with the box blade. Last night when I was digging, not digging, but scooping out chips, I noticed water. I hit some water. I don't know if that's residual puddling. I think there was a water issue here before when I cleared the trees out here. But this is lower than the other area. But I had been doing this chip operation for almost a year now. So I don't know how much of this is just compacted chips from up there, but it's almost like I need to get all these chips out of here so I could put the grading box on the back of the tractor and just make loops and grade this and rake this and maybe even bring in some topsoil if I need be. But it's about 10:30 and you can see the sun. That sun is over my right shoulder, which is southeast. This is a north facing fence. So the sun shows up here in the morning and it should come all, actually shows up over here and then goes this way. So this will all be garden probably from that big tree over to here, somewhere in there. So I got some minor de-rocking here to do, but I'm not so much worried about that. But this is what I worked on till dark last night. Sprinkling chips, hand raking all of this. Most of this had to be hand raked. Oh, it was a mess. But this is going to be like a horseshoe lane. We can throw horseshoes to a horseshoe pit. It's not exactly level, but it's somewhat clean. There's no big branches, no rocks. I want somewhat of a manicured look, and I have a vision, and I'm trying to get there. But let's go around. We're going to go due west. So this is north. We're going to get a new fence here over top of this lady's chain link fence, and then I'm going to continue wood fence down to the gate. So let's go look. But look how nice. If you remember the pictures before, it was unbelievable. That sounded like fireworks. I don't know, maybe it was gunshots. We are out in the country here. Some of these chips, because they sat here all winter, were kind of wet. Some of them were mixed with cottonwood and pine, so they got a little dark. Actually, when I spread these the other day, they were black. But the sun is drying them out and it's turning them brown. And actually, it's taken on a look that looks like beauty bark, so I'm okay with that. The only thing is it doesn't quite match the rest of it, but hey, it's life in the fast lane. It's going to have to integrate somehow when I spread the other chips. I don't know. I just laid that lattice up there. All this got to go. This was just hugely overgrown. Another wet pile of chips that I raked out earlier this morning. The stump, this is going to be the chapel area. Valerie calls them, going to make a little wooden chapel or something. But once the fence is up here, I'm going to get a really nice privacy, I hope. I'm not sure what's going to happen with these areas, but it is so refreshing to see this stuff cleaned out. 4 or 5 dead standing trees were all in here. These have all been taken down, stumps dug out, burnt, gone. Got an open passageway for the neighbor kids to come through here for their bus stop. This is easement that I gave this family to, and another family around the corner, and I think another gal here and another teenager up there. They need to, there's a bus stop situation that's really stupid here, so they need an easement to get to my road, 193rd, and the bus stop is over there. Otherwise, they have to go down this gravel road and go out on the main road and come all the way around, and huge debacle. But what do you think? Look, all cleared out. Next step at some point, get rid of these rocks. But I started spreading chips last night. And we're going to go here slow. Hopefully the selfie stick is doing its thing. It's got the little gyro action. I just love this bare look right now. It's just kind of erased the canvas here, blank canvas. Moles are liking it. This was all full of branches last night. Got that cleaned out, hand raked, burnt, and started sprinkling new chips. I just like that park look. So right now the picnic table is there out of the way because I had a bunch of tractor work back here that I had to do, and that picnic table was in the way. This wood, I need to find a better home for it. This is some drainage rock that I bought for another drainage project. I didn't know what to do with the extra, so I gave most of it away. The surplus, I just put it over there. I bought 10 yards of sand because I was going to mix that with the lawn soil over here, but didn't use it, gave most of it away, kept some of it here. More dark chips. I piled that up last night and it was wet and mounded up, so I just kicked it around with my feet. It'll dry out and lighten up like this pile over here. The moles are happy. Look at this son of a bitch. This wasn't even here this morning. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to give him the poison worm. More chips here. I started getting some dirt that looked pretty good. This was from the home that's being built over there. And I asked him, oh, he's got tons of dirt that they dug out for the foundation. And he said, yeah, take what you want. And it's got a lot of rocks in it, but it's really nice dirt. I'm sure I'm going to need it for leveling the front yard. Problem is, it's pretty wet and extremely heavy, and I can't really drive around with a full scoop in the tractor because I don't have the backhoe on the back of the tractor. And these compact tractors are a balancing act, so you need a heavy implement on the back, like a backhoe, to weight it down so it doesn't tip over when you have a bucket full of heavy material. Right now I have the backhoe off and I have a real light landscape rake on. So that presents a problem for hauling heavy materials in the bucket. So I only got 3 or 4 scoops. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's not important. So yeah, let's move on. So this is all cleared out. I drove the truck through here yesterday and it worked out great. I got a nice thoroughfare to bring the truck, hopefully the car too. That'll go around into the garage, the detached garage. I got all this cleared out. This is all the chunks of concrete. It's funny, is there was no method in the way I placed that in a horseshoe. It's just ended up that way. When I was moving around with a tractor and I'm going 1,000 miles an hour, I was just finding chunks of concrete everywhere where I was cleaning up. And I just kept shuffling it back here and dumping it. And it just kind of turned into a horseshoe. I didn't want it against the fence because at some point here I'm going to stain the fence. There's part of the ramp that was in front of the tractor garage driveway. This was out front, in front of my gate, upside down by the culvert pipe underneath my driveway. And pulled that back here. I don't know what I'm going to do with this stuff. Bury it, leave it. Post hole digger that my friend Roger loaned me. This is going to go on the back of the tractor. And that's what I'm going to use to drill the post holes for the fence in front of that lady's house. It's got an auger bit on here. Let's see what kind of trouble I get in with that. So this is just kind of my shit storage area here. Some leftover fence posts that were here before the wooden fence. More bricks. For some reason, when the big trees went down and hit the telephone line or the transformer and the pole on the gravel road and caused a hullabaloo, and I socialized with the electricity utility people, and I got them to give me some free stuff. So I got the pieces of the pole, the insulators, the tree that caught on fire. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. Insulators. But I'll probably trash all that. And there it is, straight shot back to the garage. And yeah, this is kind of nice. I like this. Looking back, nice clean driveway, access way, trails. I got through here. This was a dump pile, beyond dump piles. I mean, it was actually here before I moved in, just huge, full of stumps and branches, and I got all that out with a tractor. And this will have to be my new dump pile, because no matter what I do with this property, I'm still going to need a place to put what I call landscape tailings. When I do the front yard, there's always branches and stuff that gets mixed with the dirt that you can't easily separate. So I plan on just shuttling it back here and filling this in. Maybe this will be like a compost area. Undefined area. Big old school, old stump here that I haven't even attempted to move or cut, or this was here before. We just piled up with branches. I pulled all the branches out with a backhoe. Looks like that might crumble out, but it's a natural feature. So I'll just leave that there. It's not really in the way. This is my sifting operation. This is the topsoil that I pulled off the side yard because it was full of clay and I didn't have the right grade. So I've been manually sifting it with this screen. Dump the tailings out here. Sprinkle the topsoil on the lawn. So anyway, I know I'm moving around a lot, giving the gyro stick a workout. So yeah, you drive through here, and then we're going to roll before we go look at that garage too closely. We're going to go back and look at what was going to be the horseshoe lane, which might be. It kind of slopes upward here. I don't know. I don't really want to start grading. I already got 3 or 4 inches of wood chips here. It's got a nice forest floor bed here. I think that's nice. I think I'll just start filling it in with chips and see what happens. So I got a little yield lane here. Unfortunately, I can't move his tree or don't have the wherewithal because that's actually leaning toward the new house. That'll take some doing, but I don't think he's a problem. Just have to be careful when you come through here, especially when you're backing back up. This is the big French drain that I kind of somewhat screwed up with some dirt in it. Over top, it plugs up. Premium cedar chips that I got earlier last year, mid last year. Was saving those, cherishing those. Cedar chips are the most awesome chips for trails. This stuff here is a mixture of everything. Cottonwood, pine, some cedar, cherry perhaps, who knows. But when I get to cleaning this area up, I'll pull those chips out and spread them over here real nice. More cleanup to do over here. This will probably be handwork with a rake. You see that if there's dirt around here, rain comes down and splashes up the dirt and mud on the new fence. I don't like that. So I want to clean all that up. And there's the evil lawn. Had some bare spots. We've had a ton of rain. And I put a ton of fertilizer down and a ton of overseed. And you can see, we're going to go down here. You'll see some of the seedlings coming up. Some areas took better than others. Unfortunately, it's time to cut this. I wanted to give it some more time before I run the mower over. I don't know if I'll run the riding mower, the zero-turn mower. I might just try to do this by hand to lessen the impact. The mower is pretty heavy and it's got big wheels. I don't want it to smash the little seedlings down the grass blades, but they'll recover. This is all going to get gravel from this to here. I don't even know if I'm going to tear the grass out. I might just scalp it with a lawnmower, till it up, or do something. I already started scraping some of the gravel up over here. And that's about it. So we have a little bird situation here. A finch, a nest over here. This is the second time Mama's up in here. You can see the nest there. As soon as you get any time close to it, you'll see her swoop out of there. So anytime I go into the shed to get something, we're going to just pick a shovel up here. Whoosh, he swarms out. But she's up in there. You can't really see. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to extend the selfie stick. Hold it up there. I'm going to try to stay as far away. Up there she goes. Too late. Crap. I wonder if there's any eggs in there. Let me go see. What? Can you see anything there? No, she's got that in there so tight. There. I can't see anything. I'm too far away. Maybe it's just her nest. Who knows? Anyway, we're at 14 minutes. Probably more boring than you guys want to know about. The yellow spot that showed up, I don't know what's causing that. Either too much fertilizer or not enough fertilizer. There's a yellow band over here too. And I had some yellow spots over here and I couldn't figure them out. And I thought that the soil was just too hard and shallow. I didn't get this graded perfect with the topsoil and the peat moss. And there's some hard pan, they call it, kind of a clay layer, super hard. So the roots weren't getting established. And so the was not getting nutrients, and nutrients are washing through because there's no soil underneath the grass. That's what I thought. So I got like the second and third coat of fertilizer, took care of all that. And this was my best part of the lawn right here. Then out of the clear blue sky, this rectangle showed up. It's not as defined as it was earlier in the week, but it's here. I don't know what caused it. I'm not going to worry about it, but it is kind of a mystery. Too much fertilizer, too little fertilizer. I doubt it's the hard pan soil because it wasn't there before. But maybe something's washing out. It's getting the chemicals underneath. Who the heck knows? But anyway, that's today's job, is to get all of this chips out of here. I was worried there was going to be not enough chips, but as it turns out, I might have too many chips. So I was hoping to get it all spread out there really thick. Even if some areas, if I need to go a foot deep, I wanted all of these gone. I'm no longer in the chip business for now. But I don't know. There seems to be a lot of chips there. But there's an area back there that I am going to pile up. I'll just make a surplus pile. I'll put it as thick as I deem necessary out there, to where it's like not too squishy to walk on or drive on. And the rest of it I'll just pile up over there or there. I should have no shortage of areas to find to put those chips. Maybe big piles up in here, because no more. We might put more trees there, but the garden won't be there. Actually, if I just push those chips over here between this little tree and that transformer, that would be okay, because I don't know if the garden is going to extend that far. In fact, that might be a pretty good idea. It would be easy to do. I just get that tractor and just push all those chips right here and smooth them out in there. So yeah, between spreading them over there, an extra surplus pile back in there or two, just so I have chips to sprinkle around if I need them. The balance of them I'll just push over here. I got to stay out of the way because I want to run that grader box or the landscape rake up against those trees as close as I can get, close to the transformer as I can get, close to these fruit trees. It's apple tree, 5 different kind of apples. No, I don't know what the hell that is. Cherry, maybe cherry. Grafted apple, 5 different apples on here. In fact, that's what the tag says. I don't know how long it's apple combo. Well, how long it's going to take for that to start producing apples. I don't think I'm going to be getting an apple pie. Oh, Jesus. Look, there's an apple. Check that shit out. Uh-oh, I got to call Valerie. Say, are these apples big enough to make a pie? Maybe just a small pie? Kidding, folks. Another one of these two. This one's, yeah, there's another apple there. Ah, shut up. And then this flowering pear tree, which could be a while before we get pears. Goddamn dogs in this neighborhood. That's the downfall. Dope smoking smell and dogs barking. Folks, don't move out to the country if any of those two bother you. Okay, we're going to end this video. See you.